Well, as baby boomers grow into the age when plastic surgery starts to look more and more attractive, one of the things that stops many of them, or us, is the long recovery time where you have to hide out because of the bruising and swelling. Now there's something new that may change all that. It's a kind of glue.
Your face swells up, outrageous like a football. They look like they'd been in a terrible car crash. They were terribly bruised.
These are just some of the horror stories these women heard about facelifts, and up until now, they weren't all that exaggerated.
Hey, I'm going to tighten some...
Gloria Niciello is about to have a facelift, but she won't suffer any of the awful bruising she feared, and recovery time will be minimal.
They're out and around within a matter of days, as opposed to weeks or a month or more with the traditional facelift.
This speedy healing process is thanks to something called Facelift, a kind of tissue glue that's an extract of blood-clotting proteins called fibrinogen and thrombin. Tissue glue's main function is to help stop the bleeding in surgery.
Heals the blood. It stops all the bleeding immediately. And holds the skin up to the base all the way along so that there's no pressure, no tension on the stitches.
As in any facelift, Dr. Baxt lifts the skin from the underlying tissue, trims the excess, and removes any extra fat. Then he sprays the glue under the skin, holding the skin down for 3 minutes as it sets.
That skin is stuck right back as if it had never been lifted up before. So you are accelerating the healing process. It speeds up the healing by not allowing the space there, which can fill up with blood and with serum and with fluid.
The results are immediately noticeable on Gloria's face after only one side is completed.
Here, this side is loose and slides around. This side is much tighter.
Pamela Rodker, who also had the surgery, was happy to get what she calls her younger old face back and is grateful for her speedy recovery.
There was no bruising whatsoever, zero. And I felt perfectly normal, and I went out and played with a 5-year-old in the garden 2 days later. Now, the Facelift tissue glue has been used in Europe and South America for some years. It's been used in over 6 million procedures. Now that it's approved here, it's also being used to stop bleeding in procedures other than facelifts, where bleeding occurs from vessels too tiny or too numerous to tie off or cauterize, such as in liver, spleen, or even some heart surgery. It's especially treated to inactivate many viruses, but a few people do have an allergic reaction, so be careful there. Facelift may give better cosmetic results also because there's no tension on the stitches that pulls the scar apart, making it more obvious so that it hides the scar a little better. It's when you put that kind of tension on a scar, it tends to widen a little bit, and that's when it